Time is currently 1:28 a.m. Bro, okay. What I what's been on my mind recently is like um I don't know. I've been like failing like a lot when it comes to stuff. Like not so far, but just in like general. And I saw this one quote, right? Never failure, only delayed success, right? And I was like, and I was thinking about it, right? Let me just yeah. So I was thinking about it, right? And I was like, that's low key true, right? Because I mean, you fail like a lot, like even though you fail like a lot of things, right? You still like, oh my god, I keep saying like, bro. But like you still end up succeeding at the end of the day, or at least in most cases, right? Because I mean, if you're putting in your all and like everything and a lot of stuff that you do, you're gonna win eventually, right? It's just you just gotta keep it like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep it humble and keep it pushing, bro. And I feel like that has helped me through a lot, right? Because when you putting in a lot of work into something, and like it's not showing results, it can kind of feel like that all your hard work is for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that like a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? I feel that like all the time. Not even a lot of times. I feel that like all the time, right? I feel like all the time I put in like a lot of effort and time into something, and it just doesn't really end up like working. And like I don't know, it's like really, it's like it gets like frustrating because like I mean you'd want it to work obviously, but I don't know. But yeah, I try to that quote like it helps a lot because you know what I'm saying. Like I mean, if you were, I mean, okay, let me compose with this. But like, if you were like in like a situation where like you're trying to get somewhere or trying to reach a goal, and like let's just take for example like a rock climbing competition, right? You're trying to get to the top faster than the other guy, right? And it's like win like a title, and this championship happens like once a year. You've been training like really hard for it and everything. You know what I'm saying? You want to get it right, and then like it starts, right, and you're like climbing, you're climbing, and the other person ends up getting to the top faster than you. And it's been like a long journey, right? And now you feel like really demotivated. You know what I'm saying? Like what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like why couldn't I have gone faster? Like why am I so slow? But like I don't think it's not a good mindset to have because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day you're gonna win eventually, right? Your time will come, and to have that mentality of not giving up and persevering through like whatever is going on, and keeping that faith that you'll eventually win no matter how long it takes. That's the mindset you should have, right? And there's always going to be those people will always hate on you for like anything you do, right? Like it's gonna be everywhere. Like people will literally always hate on you for like anything, right? You could be trying something new, or seeing that, oh, like for example, like I want to go into like cooking, right? Like I want to become like a chef one day, or like work in like a professional kitchen, right? And there will always be people be like, oh, why don't you just like, no, don't do that. Like why don't you just become like a doctor or something? Or like why don't like I mean, yeah, becoming a doctor is like good, right? And I'm sure if any one of y'all have like immigrant parents, you know how it is, how they be like, oh, like why don't you like do this or do that, and like they mainly want you to do jobs that just get the most money, but like you want to do jobs that actually make you happy and actually make you like, you know what I'm saying, like you actually want to do stuff. And I feel like a lot of parents don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like we just want to, like people just want to. Your kids should be able to like do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not good to have, like I know it's annoying how like parents put like a lot of pressure. Like even though they want, obviously, like they just want the best for you, right? But they don't like show it in like the best ways, right? Because like I know my parents, they want the best for me, but like they don't like show it in the best ways. Like they don't see, like you know what I'm saying, like you put in the hard work, right? And You know what I'm saying? They don't see it until like you're relaxing. They only see the part where you're like chilling. They don't see the part where you're actually like putting in the work to actually like do stuff and actually like, you know what I'm saying, like make a change, right? And I feel like that's one of the hardest parts, at least for me. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It's like frustrating, but you know, never let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. If someone's telling you that you can't do something, that's just more proof that like, you know what I'm saying, you can be able to, you should be able to do it, right? Like, I mean, you don't necessarily have to prove them wrong, but it's more of just proving to like yourself that you can do something, right? Because, I mean, like me for example, like I am not the best, like, you know, I'm not the best student by any means, right? I'm not the best school student by any means. Like am, I wouldn't say I'm not like horrible, right? Like I can easily get A's if I try, but like it's just so like the burnout is just like it happens so fast to the point where like I don't even like I get halfway through something and I just don't want to do it anymore because it's like just so mentally torturing. But you know, next year, like next school year, hopefully, like I can do well, and I'm not really like concerned. Like I'm obviously not like failing any of my classes, right? But it's more of like I'm just like doing my best, like right. Like I can get A's, right? A's is like it's not hard, right? I can still get A's. That's not difficult. It's just more of like keeping that consistency and like keeping that drive to like actually like do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I've I failed. Like I'm when it comes to like tests, like when it's assignments, it's like easy. But when it comes to like tests, that's like nah, that's like my number one weakness. Like I'm so bad at tests. Like, I'm so bad at tests. Like I literally like I don't know. I just never like not even like the mind, not even mindset wise. I just know I'm like not gonna do like well. You know what I'm saying? And when I do, like it's like happy. But like when I don't, I just prepare myself. I always prepare myself to fail, right? I prepare myself to fail, and like not like as like a not like a negative way, but just like so if I do end up failing, I don't take it like out on myself. I'm just like all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I try my best to do better next time, and I feel like that's a good like that's a good mindset to have, like be prepared to fail because you know what I'm saying you're not gonna succeed like immediately, right? You gotta go through some, you know what I'm saying, you gotta go through some bad teachers, you gotta go through some bad classes to like actually get where you want to be, you know, just for example. And you know you gotta go through some difficult roads, but you know what I'm saying, don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do, right? You're your only person, you're the only person that should be able to dictate your life, right? Because it's your life. I mean, no, you know, this guy, I mean that guy can't, like for example this dude on, if someone's wait, let me use this analogy, right? Before I end this, let me use this analogy. Let's say you're at a garden, right? You know what I'm saying? So you plant a garden, you know what I'm saying, you plant a bunch of seeds, you plant a bunch of stuff, right? You're like, okay, let me take care of this garden. You take care of the garden for like what, 3, 4, 5 years, right? The garden looks like garden looks amazing, right? After those 5 years, garden looks like it looks like immaculate, like best garden. Like think of the best like garden you could ever see, right? And that's what you're looking at, right? That's what you have. And like while you're tending to like your garden, while you're like, you know, watering the plant, some dude comes down the street and he takes one look at your garden, one look at the garden that you spent over 5 years working on, right? And he's like, oh, this garden is trash. Like this garden sucks. Like look at all those ugly plants, right? And he just walks off. Like takes one look, says that, and just walks off. I mean, like, and you're sitting there like oh, like, you know, like sitting there like just like shocked, like sad, like, right? Like why would he say that, right? But you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't let that guy's opinion, you know what I'm saying, like dictate like your feelings, right? Because that guy took one glance, he just saw something and he just immediately formed an opinion. He doesn't know how much time you spent on it. He doesn't know how much money you spent on it. He doesn't know how many hours you've like, you know, put like into making sure the garden looks good. And but he just takes one glance and immediately just starts judging you. So you know what I'm saying. So don't let other people's opinions like you know influence you, because at the end of the day they're just opinions, bro. Like these people, these like, you know what I'm saying, you're the only one that can